Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Haley, this is Jacob, and together we are road tripping across Mexico in our camper van. And today we're going to one of the most iconic places in Mexico, Teotihuacan. There you go.
Yeah, let's do it.
For anyone unfamiliar with Teotihuacan, it is one of the largest archaeological sites from Mesoamerica, and it is one of the most mysterious ones. There's loads of unknowns here, which makes it really exciting. Jake and I have been doing lots of reading and listening to podcasts, and we even downloaded an audio tour for visiting. So when we're in here, we'll share lots of fun facts.
Hola.
Hola!
Hola. Gracias.
And we're in! It's so cool that we're actually here.
The monumental Ciudadela or Citadel complex near the first gate of the archaeological zone comprises 160,000 square meters of construction.
So we're currently in the Citadel complex, which is massive. It was designed to be able to hold about 100,000 people. In the center, there's a platform that would have been used to address the people. And then on the south side there is the terrace pyramid, and then behind it is the pyramid of the feathered serpent.
Each of the platforms here measures 400 meters.
Oh, wow.
This was Teotihuacan's hub of daily life.
So we're sitting in front of the Temple of the Feathered Serpent. This temple used to be painted bright red and have 7 layers, but it now has 4. The top 3 have been torn down. And underneath here, they found representations of the underworld with a cave with pirate on the ceiling and mercury lakes, so that you'd walk in and with your lantern and the sky would glow. This temple took 100 years to build and was very important for the site. And then after the political ideologies changed, they tore it down, or they tore part of it down, and now it's in its current state.
So we're on top of the terrace pyramid and we're about to climb down, and it's actually pretty steep when you look at it from the top. I'll take one step at a time.
So when Teotihuacan was at its peak, it was around at about the same time as the Roman Empire, and the city itself was the same size as the imperial city of Rome. So it was essentially the equivalent society in the Western world, or in Mesoamerica, as Rome was in Europe. So the main street or avenue in Teotihuacan is Calzada de Muertos, or Avenue of the Dead, and it goes from the west side where we are all the way up terrace steps, the Temple of the Moon, and then the mountain in the background. And people used to think that the mounds on either side were burials, which is why they named it Avenue of the Dead.
Oh. Okay, that's really impressive. The Pyramid of the Sun is the 3rd largest pyramid in the world. It used to be painted bright red, and it was believed by the Aztecs to have been dedicated to the sun god.
This thing is mind-bogglingly huge. It would have been really cool to climb up, and I'm trying to put my headspace back into what people in the time would have thought coming here, and it is just monumentally big. You can't even see the top if you're up close to it. For those wondering, Teotihuacan is not dog friendly. It's not very hot right now. It's only in like mid-20s, and Finley is comfortably in the van, sleeping with all the fans on.
So back in the Mesoamerica time, when Teotihuacan was at its peak, it had about 125,000 people, they estimate. And it was a huge city. It was at the center of loads of trade routes. There was lots of wealth here, and for someone who did not live here, it was equivalent of coming to like New York today or London, like a massive city.
might witness some people gravitating towards it as well. This is because it shelters one of the most unique works of art, which has survived for at least 1,500 years.
So the area we're in is called the superimposed edifice because there are layers and layers and layers of different buildings as they got better and better or later and later in history. So they started small, and the analogy they made is like a Russian doll. They just built on it and built on it and built on it.
So one of the great mysteries is archaeologists don't know who built Teotihuacan. It was found by the Aztecs about 1,000 years later, and they were the ones who named it Teotihuacan, meaning City of the Gods, because they thought this was a really sacred place that the gods must have started. So up until now, we have been walking along the Avenue of the Dead, which has slowly been leading us towards the Pyramid of the Moon,
Which we're just approaching. So the Pyramid of the Moon lies at the end of the Avenue of the Dead, and it was one of the most important sites on Teotihuacan. There are 13 edifices around the plaza in front of it, which were supposed to represent, I believe, the different seasons and then the calendar. And then you used to be able to climb to the top, but again, you can't anymore. And in 2017, they discovered a tunnel underneath with similar symbology to what they found at the Temple of the Feathered Serpent, which was to represent the underworld. And they've also found evidences of human sacrifice here as well.
We're up on top of a part of one of the ruins that you're allowed to climb on, and we have really cool views. Over there is the Pyramid of the Sun, and over there is the Pyramid of the Moon. We're currently inside one of the old houses that people would live in.
These murals, along with the building's proximity to the Pyramid of the Moon, have led many to conclude that this was a palace where members of the upper echelon of Teotihuacan society once resided.
Watch your head. Starting to get quite a bit busier now, but luckily we've seen everything. So we're gonna slowly start making our way back down the Avenue of the Dead. We'll hit up the museum, and then we'll say goodbye.
And go get Finley. I hear Finley's tail. I unlocked the door and I can hear it now.
Hi, bud. We missed you. We missed Finley. Hi, bud. Hi.
It's not even hot in here. You're amazing.
It's nice and cool in here, bud. Yeah. How was your rest day? Thank you.
Sequentially, we might not film that way, but we just took Finley on like a 12K hike through the mountains yesterday, and he's tired.
Hello. Oh, you're a good boy. We're gonna end this video here. Thanks for joining us in Teotihuacan, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to join us on our journey through Mexico, and we'll see you next time in Itzapopo National Park.